Lesson 7.3, angle sum and difference formulas just with sine and cosine. So depending on if we're adding or subtracting, that's going to determine which formula you use. If you're adding two angles and it's sine, they're wanting to find use this one. Adding two angles for cosine, it's this one. If it's subtraction, it's one of these two. So the formulas are all very, very similar. Let's just start and you'll see that you're just simply plugging things in. It says for positive acute angles A and B, it is known that sine of A is 4/5, tangent of B is 45/28. Find the value of sine of A plus B in simplest form. So because it says this, sine of A plus B, we're adding two angles inside a sine, so we'd be using this formula. I'm going to go ahead and write it down here. It's sine of A times cosine of B plus cosine of A times sine of B. Okay, so what do we have and what we do not have? We have sine of A is 4/5, so I simply replace sine of A with that. I don't have cosine of B, but I have tangent of angle B. And so this is my y over my x. Those are both legs, so it'd be 28 squared plus 45 squared equals my radius squared. And that should get a radius of 53. And so my cosine of angle B will be x, or 28, over r, 53. Plus cosine of A, we don't have. Let's switch colors here. This is my y over my radius. So I'll have 4 squared plus, I need to find the x. That would be 25 minus 16 is 9, so the square root would be 3. So cosine of angle A would be that x value over the radius of 5. And then I don't have sine of B, but I could get it. I need the y value, which is 45, over the r I found, which is 53. I also want to show you that on your little formula sheet I gave you, there's some common Pythagorean triples. And so the first one you should memorize is the 3, 4, 5. That goes with this one. 5 being the longest, so that's hypotenuse. 2 shorter ones are the legs. And so I could use it on this one. A 28 and a 45 are right here. Those are the legs, so 53 is the hypotenuse. So that could speed you up. Okay, because these are such big numbers, let's go ahead and just put them on our calculator. We'll have 4 times 28, 112 over 265. And yeah, you could just put it all on your calculator at once if you want. That would be 135 over 265. And then you're just combining your numerators. 112 plus 135 would be 247. And I'm sure that probably can't be reduced, but let's check. Nope. And that's your answer. Okay, number 2. We're trying to find the value of cosine of A minus B. So that will be this formula right here. I'm going to write it down. Okay, so we need cosine of A. That is the ratio of 3/5. We need cosine of B. So this is y over r. Let's try using our sheet here. So I need the hypotenuse to be 29, and these are in order. They go like this. No, they go like this, just kidding. They go down, so they start with the smallest and then they go up with the legs. Okay, so then we need to find the last number to be 29, it's this one. So the legs are 20 and 21 and 29, so x must be 21. And so cosine of B should be 21 over 29. Plus sine of A, so here's again this 3 and 5, so this must be a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Oh, x over r, sorry. So sine of A would be y, which is going to be 4/5. Times sine of B we have is 20 over 29. Okay, and then from there it's just multiplying. If you want to do it all at once, it'd be 3/5 times 21/29 plus 4/5 times 29. So I guess that is probably easier. And you get 143 over 145. So what that means is if I have these certain triangles, if I were to have an angle for the cosine of whatever and the sine of whatever, so these two angles, when I subtract them and one the cosine, it would be that ratio.